what's your main passion here at a convention?
I come to Supernova every year to go to the Artist Alley and check out all the lovely local Australian comics on sale.
And how is it to be a local comic book artist in Australia?
I think it's a difficult proposition because clearly it's a business and you want to make some money and you want to make a living out of it. But a lot of people I've met, they're doing it for the passion, they're doing it for the love of it, and they're intensely creative people. And you can see that in the work that's available here in the Artist Alley as well. So that balance is very difficult to strike between doing what you love and actually making a living out of it.
And that's what I was something going to say, that a lot of these artists are doing their own interpretation of their own characters and stuff like that. Do they use that as a gateway into their art so they can do something more original, or is it just purely a case of they just do their own version of Superman and Iron Man and stuff like that?
I was talking to someone just a few moments ago, and I won't say the name of the person involved, but there's a particular artist here and he's selling Walking Dead prints, and he was like, I don't recall him ever working on Walking Dead. It is a gateway because there's people here, they're coming here for specific products, specific fandom, and if you can catch their eye, do you recognize this character? Here's my version of him. Oh, here's the book I did. It's only $5.
Yeah.
That is something that you can do. So it's sort of I would call it like the trickle-down theory of fandom.
Yeah.
You're hoping that they're going to discover all these local acts and the original work they're doing.
Yeah.
And there's a trade-off there.
And how do you find the local acts at the moment? Are they getting more recognition? Because the conventions are building. We've got 3 major conventions now.
Yes.
And that's been running for 2 years. Local artists getting more of a say there, or is it at the same level? How's the movement?
It's interesting because one of the competitive aspects between some of these conventions is some place more of an emphasis on the Australian comics than others.
Right.
There's a bit of that going on.
Well, let's not be diplomatic, okay? Which ones are good for the local artists and which ones aren't?
It's becoming almost like a political choice. So OzComicCon actually rests its reputation on providing a forum for Australian creators.
Right.
And they really push that in their press releases, in their media, and in their promotion. Supernova has been doing this for years, and Artist Alley's here. I think they're doing a very good thing in providing this outlet for creators. But you've got comic creators, and then you've got people who are simply doing prints of popular characters, and there's more and more of them, and there's less and less of.
Right.
So that is where, again, this could be a bit of a bottleneck for local comic creators.
Right.
And having to get through that can be difficult.
Yes.
So there are a lot of issues here, and like I say, it gets a bit competitive. It gets really interesting.
Why can't we all just get along?
Yeah.
So have you done both days or just one day today?
I've only done the one day. I'm coming in today.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the full day. Yes. I do this every year. I try to talk to everybody and see what's out and purchase new books and throw a few shekels their way. And
is there anything you're interested in seeing today specifically? Like, because the cons can tend to blend into one another.
Yep.
Is there anything specific about this year at Supernova that's making it a bit different? Something to look forward to?
This year at Supernova, Mr. Gary Schallner is selling a copy of the Ledger comic, which I'm in. So that is something I'm quite excited by.
As you would be. As you would be.
I did a sort of overview of Australian comics.
Oh, great.
An essay. So
and it's in there.
Yeah, it's in there. So that's something I would mention.
I think that's pretty important to mention.
But I was just talking to Frank Candeloro down there.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic artist. His art style is very unique. It's almost like woodcut style.
Oh, great.
And he does a lot of old cinema themes. Like he did stuff on 1920s jazz age and all really beautiful work, right? And he's got a book called Mail Order Mutant, and the last copy is on his desk right now. The last copy. It's a beautiful book. It's like a 1950s pastiche of those mutant movies.
Yeah.
So that would be my tip. He's a great creator.
Are you going to try and pick up the last copy? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to.
So I'm holding
you have to race me for it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Thanks, Emmet. Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
That was good.
Beautiful.